The typical male body and typical female body, if you line up 100 people, on average, females tend to carry a little bit more body fat and males tend to carry a little bit less. Males tend to have a little bit more muscle, females slightly less in relative terms, right? So this is why somebody like a male that would start a program tends to lose faster than a female, because they already have a little bit more muscle. They can burn a little bit more energy than females. So sometimes you'll look at your partner or somebody you know that started a program maybe at the same time after you, whatever it is, and you're frustrated by how fast they're able to lose weight. First and foremost, everybody who first starts a program is able to lose pretty quickly because they're totally changing all the bad habits and flipping them, right? So you're automatically going to see a quick change because you're no longer moving in the opposite direction, you're moving back in the direction of losing body fat. That's an aside. But when you have a little bit more body fat, a little bit less body fat, you see changes a little bit quicker because there's less snow on the muscle, so you can see the definition a little bit sooner. You can visually see a change sooner when you have less body fat compared to more body fat. And this is oftentimes why there's frustrations, because this also applies to the body types. And I will talk about body types in tomorrow's message, but the whole point is that there's no reason to be frustrated. You can get to the same point. It'll take you a little bit longer if you have a little bit more body fat, but you're going to get to the same point. That part there, that's the patience that I always talk about. That's the consistency. That's the resiliency I've talked about. Yes, you have a little bit more to go, but that's okay. You just incurred a little bit more debt, either naturally because of genetics or over time, you incurred more calorie debt. You used more calories, you ate more calories than you needed at some point, and you did so much so that you're built up a little bit of a debt, and you'll pay it back. It will take a little bit longer than someone who has a little bit less debt to pay off, but it'll happen. It'll happen because the only reason why it won't happen is that you stop, that you give up. And I know you won't do that. You're going to remain resilient. You're going to use that grit. You're going to keep going, and you're going to burn that body fat so at some point it looks the way that you want it to look. But it won't happen if you quit. It won't happen faster. It won't happen if you try different things. The patience is the key. And I know that's frustrating to hear. I know there's people out there selling you something else. But that's just the fact. That's the science. The only way to see your abs is to melt the snow around it. And sometimes you have a longer distance to go than somebody else, and vice versa. But that's the way your body works.